We have the Nifty Bank was in the red. It's ticked into the green. So let's see, but absolutely flat. 51,300 on the Nifty Bank. It's about a third of a percent cut on the Nifty. 24,671. We are absolutely exactly at the October low, 7th of October low right now. The Sensex is down about a third of a percent. And the IT services index, and I think we'll look at individual stocks, but 1.5% cut on the Nifty IT index. That's getting smashed up a little bit. So 42,270 or so on the IT index. And as you can see, the Nifty heat map is emerging into view, and you've got 13, 14 names in the green, but the vast majority is in the red to begin the session. 78, 80 points lower for now. Rima.
Well, the IT index is getting smashed because of Infosys. It's straight away down close to about 2.5% at open as the numbers fail to excite the street. No positive surprise, and Infy is under pressure. Bajaj Auto continues with its weakness. Yesterday, it was down 12-13%. It's followed it up with another 1.5% fall. And the other, auto names, particularly M&M and Maruti Suzuki, continue to get hit. So these two stocks too down 1.5%. Now, Shriram Finance has been, under pressure. Yesterday as well, it counted amongst the top losers, and it's another follow-on now. It's a 3% fall on Shriram Finance, so it's overtaken Infosys as the top Nifty loser. So 3.2% gone on Shriram Finance. Infy is down nearly 3%. Maruti, Bajaj Auto, and M&M. Then these are the three stocks, where the weakness is quite, exaggerated, 1.5 to 2%. Titan under pressure. Tech Mahindra ahead of numbers tomorrow is also a bit weak. On the way up, you've got Axis Bank post their Q2 numbers. That's the top Nifty gainer, 2.5% higher. Wipro has opened up in the green. Remember, Q2 was strong. The Q3 guidance was dismal, but maybe the street is seeing the Q3 guidance as being a bit conservative. It's a new management. Maybe the CEO is being a bit conservative because even in Q2, he ended closer to the upper end of his own guidance. So perhaps, the guidance is taken in its stride. TCS today has gone ex-dividend by 10 rupees per share. The stock is mildly higher, and Eicher Motors is bouncing back, and some green seen on Sun Pharma. At the index level, it's about 0.5% gone on the Nifty and the Sensex. The Nifty down 130 points, but mid-caps are taking it on the chin.
Well, that's right. You have only 380 stocks that are advancing, Rima. And as we speak, the Nifty has hit its lowest levels we've seen since the 20th of August. So, that's another data point. We're now moving towards 24,600 odd mark. We need to bounce on somewhere around here. Otherwise, we're bracing for a level closer to around 24,000, or that's what it suggests on the charts. Stocks in focus, it's a perfect example of pre-positioning. On the Nifty itself, you have the biggest gainer, which is Axis Bank. The positions were such that there were a lot of shorts that got built up into the system. And now Axis Bank is the biggest gainer on the Nifty. It's up closer around 3%. So the shorts are being taken to the cleaners. And on the flip side, you have Infosys, that the street was hoping for a lot of positive surprises. Well, the numbers were pretty much in line, and the positioning was such that because of that overweight long positions, they are all getting unbound in today's trading session. That's the reason why that stock is down 2.7%. Stocks that are moving around, IGL, MGL, both of them down 8% each. Big downtick is what we're seeing. Zomato, they want to raise money. The street doesn't know why. So that's why that stock as well is down closer to around 3.5%. We'll wait for further clarity on that front. What's doing well? Pidilite is up close on 2%. So that's standing out as one of those big winners. Manappuram is locked down close to around 10% as we speak. So big downtick is what you're seeing out there. And Muthoot as well, for the time being, that's down only around 0.5% or thereabouts. But this cut is getting a little bit more wider now. We're headed towards 24,600. Let's see if at any point of time we see a bit of a bounce in the Nifty Bank as well, trading with a cut of around 100 points. If we have to see a bounce, it'll have to be the banking pack that'll have to do the heavy lifting today because IT is dragging.
And Nigel, so yeah, 24,600 around on the Nifty. And you just want to look at a few other names, right? Polycab is the second biggest volume-led loser. It's down 5.5%. This is, of course, earnings reaction. There's a margin miss for Polycab, as there was for KEI, and I think for Havells as well. So these wire and cable companies not having a good day. Guess what's the third largest volume-led loser? It's KEI. KEI is down another 4%, and it's come off quite sharply in the last 3 days. So 3 days back, stock was at about 4,700. It's under 4,000 rupees now. So that's a pullback. IGL is down 8%, and Sonal was just talking about some of these names. I mean, again, that's a very large move coming in on IGL, but let's just look at the others as well. MGL and Gujarat Gases as well, and see what's happening. In the pre-open, they were all down 4% each. MGL and Gujarat Gas will come up on your screens, and we'll look at those as well. Shriram Finance is down 3%. There you go. MGL is down 8% and Gujarat Gas is down 3.5%. Shriram Finance is down 3%. It's got volumes in it. There is a CET, which is down 5.5%. CET is a big mover. 27.36 on CET. Again, there's an earnings reaction. And I think as we highlighted earlier, Manappuram is limit down 10%. So for the time being, temporary freeze, I'm assuming. So 100 and just about 160 basically on Manappuram at this stage. Gujarat Gas and Quick Heal is another mover. Quick Heal is down 10% as well. Stocks at about 687 right now.
So Quick Heal is reacting to numbers, disappointing numbers. Profits are down 67% year on year. So that explains the 9.5%.
And I think it had a bit of a run-up going into these earnings. I remember one of these days had a 10-12% kind of a move. So maybe there is that element as well. On the upside, Axis, of course, is there. Mazgaon is up about 2%. Wipro is still 3% higher. These auto names, maybe if you can quickly take a look at the Bajaj, which was the big knock yesterday, because iShares is up about 2%. iShares also was down about 3.5-4%. Bajaj is down another 1.5% after yesterday's 12% cut. Look at M&M, which was also down sharply. And Maruti, of course, is the other one, which should also come up on your screens. So, that's basically the picture. And what we'll do is we'll put some of these MFIs and NBFCs just to kind of see if there is anything which the market is making of the RBI actions for specific entities. We're seeing the action on Manappuram, but if there's any signaling effect out there at all, especially microfinance companies more than anything else.